We're being asked for our memories of Barbara. How can I get that back up? So I was just going to talk about this story that I heard from Sybil, which was about Barbara and Benny, how they loved walking. And I remember that there was a routine that developed where Benny and Barbara would make an annual trek to Provence to visit Sybil and complete their schedule of walks in the countryside. And as a host to the walkers, Sybil accidentally became a hiker herself. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think you did walks on that scale before, really.
No.
Yeah. And I was so impressed and at times a little aghast at their ambitions, often setting off at dawn. They would be tackling the most challenging walks.
Usually Barbara, who would be suggesting too, getting up so crack of dawn, because she wanted the walk would start 2 hours drive away from where we were. So you had to get up so early.
That's right.
Before it's too hot.
Yes, exactly. So Sybil was remembering that it was always in the summer, the temperature would climb quickly to the high 30s.
Yeah.
And also Sybil just remembered that it was often a 2-hour drive to get there in the first place. And they always travelled light on their walks with just usually a sandwich and half a litre of water each.
Yeah.
And Sybil went on the hikes with them, and also they were often joined by their friend John. And they always came back exhausted and happy. And what did you, I suppose you just sat in a chair for the rest of the day, did you, Sybil?
I suppose so. We probably made a meal later on, I guess, but
Yeah.
I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Made curry.
Yeah, I know that John sometimes made his famous curry.
Done, yeah.
But anyway, I was just thinking about...
Well, you must have had a meal if you only had a sandwich.
Yes, well, that's true. Well, by the time we got back, sooner or later we would have had a meal. As you say, John would have made a curry sometimes when he was there.
Yeah. So anyway, I was just trying to remember this story about when things went dangerously wrong. So you might be able to
What was that?
remind me, Sybil, because this is just from my memory of you telling me. So you all set off early as usual to do the Gorge de Verdun, which is 700 metres deep, and it's the deepest gorge in France. And this is one of those places where once you're down in the gorge, it's just cliffs of sheer rock, with the river and the path running through the bottom. And you set off early as usual, and to begin with, all went well. It was an extremely hot day, and unfortunately, I think they must have underestimated the amount of water they needed for this challenging walk, plus the climb in and out of the gorge.
Yes.
And after a while, it became clear they'd miscalculated the heat and had run out of water. And Benny became sort of delirious, didn't he? And started talking rubbish.
Yes.
And everyone got very worried and were trying to keep him moving. And suddenly he just collapsed, didn't he, with heat exhaustion. And Barbara was probably quite upset at the time.
Yes, I can't quite remember how it all ended, but somehow or other we got to the end.
Well, this is my version, and you can tell me whether this rings true. So Benny collapsed, and at this point, by just sheer chance, everyone was wondering what to do now, because he was in a very dangerous situation. A group of young lads were training for the French military service and spotted them from above. And they scrambled down the cliff in record time and used all their water to revive Benny, and even poured water over him to cool him down. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think they got him to drink as well. Then they carried him physically out of the gorge, up that steep, climb, out of the ravine. And presumably you must have followed on and found him further up the mountain somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember all the detail of it.
Mm.
But after that we would have got back to our cars and been able to go back home. But
Yeah. Anyway, I think that was just one of those things which was
in fact, So it was a bad day.
It
Things
was.
went wrong.
It was a bad day, but it was kind of, in a way, it was a miracle that they turned up at that exact moment in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things is so surprising though, when you're doing those sort of things, people really put themselves out to help other people, don't they? And it sort of brings out the best in everyone around about if they see someone in need.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that was my memory, and I thought it typified their adventurous spirit
Yeah.
and what a strong couple they were. And also, it was very nice for Sybil to have that annual visit. Why did they always come in the middle of the summer when it was very hot, though?
Well, yeah, Barbara always wanted to be there when it was warm. She wanted the
Oh,
heat.
right. Okay.
So
She didn't see a problem with the heat.
She wanted to work on her tan.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that sort of wraps it up.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Ross, for working it all out.